All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel where Jesse talks all things about TDCJ and military topics. I'm your host, Jesse. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having as good of a day as I am. Today, since I have so many viewers that are either starting the academy, going through the academy, graduated and are new to it, or had thought about or thinking about a career in corrections, I want to touch on some of the highlights from my perspective about what it was like being a rookie corrections officer at TDCJ and to answer one of my viewers' questions. I got a question last week. What is my favorite MRE? For those who do or don't know, meal ready to eat, military ration. I had to think back long and hard because I've eaten so many of them over the years, and it finally occurred to me my very favorite one, my go-to, would have been the ham slice. The ham slice was basically a big chunk of spam. When you opened up the pouch, you got that, for those who have eaten any kind of spam or potted meat product, it has that nice aroma that comes with it, and the gelatin that seems to surround the meat patty. It was basically that. The reason that was my favorite, when I was going through Marine Corps boot camp, when we got to the Crucible, it was a 3-day event, 54 hours. It started at 2 a.m. on Thursday. It ended around noon on Saturday. For the whole event, we were all issued 1.5 MREs. The one that I got was the ham slice. I won't go into it in detail in this video. It would take too long about what the Crucible was like. But during that whole 54 hours, we slept approximately 3 hours during that whole time. The event is designed to be a test of your abilities, your prowess. It's the pinnacle of Marine Corps boot camp before graduating. Sleep deprivation, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, food deprivation. All I had for that whole event was that damn ham slice and whatever was inside the little accessory packet in the other half of the MRE that I got. And let me tell you, I waited the whole first day before I tore into that ham slice, and it was about the best freaking thing I had eaten in my life. That thing, it kept me alive. Now, not really. You won't starve to death in 3 days. But it can sure feel like it when you're going through an event like that. And it definitely did feel like it. Man, that was the best thing that I had eaten in my life up to that point. So, to answer the question, ham slice. I don't know if it's still available. It's been quite a while. Obviously being in the Coast Guard. It's been quite a while since I've eaten any kind of MREs. I think the last time was during Hurricane Ike in 2008 when they were issuing them out like crazy. I don't know what the menu is now, but that would be it. Ham slice. So let's hydrate and shift gears. Being the new guy or gal in any kind of job is never a comfortable kind of a thing. I'm not going to say it's never a good thing. It is, because you're getting paid. You're getting whatever benefits you have available. But you don't know anything. You don't know your groove. Nobody knows you. You don't know anybody. You don't know the job. The job doesn't know you. You've read about it. And in the case of TDCJ, you've gone through the academy, you've seen a couple of units, you got an idea of what to expect. Hopefully you've watched all of my videos. I've got you prepped up and ready to go and not scared of the career that's ahead of you, that you're ready to get into. But the first day that you walk into the prison, man, it's an experience unlike any other. No amount of training can prepare you for it. No matter, I don't care what job you did before, Iraq, Afghanistan vet, Gulf War vet, you worked security at some place, you worked in a mental institution, nothing will prepare you for the first time that you walk inside of a penitentiary. Being a rookie CO is probably one of the more difficult jobs that anybody could do. You got all these things going on in your head about what to expect about the job. You've probably watched it on TV. You've probably seen some of the prison shows. You've watched all of my videos. It's not going to prep you for the real thing. So, I'm going to speak about it from my perspective, go over some highlights, talk about some of the things that it was like, hopefully help get you guys mentally prepped, or if you've already been through it, help entertain you and compare about what you went through during that time. The first couple of weeks aren't all that bad. When I reported into the Styles, we all met in the visitation room. We waited for FTO Lewis to show up. She would signal to us. We'd get up. We'd go to our office. We'd hang out outside up against the wall. It was right shoulder to, in the Coast Guard, we call it the bulkhead. It's a wall. Right shoulder to the bulkhead. And we just stand there and wait for her to call us in one by one into her office. She'd give us our assignments. We'd go through different parts of the penitentiary, see all the different areas. This was before we were on shift, and start getting oriented to the unit. It wasn't bad. It was almost kind of like being back at the academy. We were together in a group. You had your partner, you had your buddy, all that kind of cool stuff. Now, let's fast forward to when we were done with that portion of it. When you get released from training, now don't get me wrong, they all yelled and screamed, MF'd us. I'm trying to keep it clean for YouTube, but likewise, nothing was off limits with what was said to us in the penitentiary. They MF'd us all the time. They'd use racism, reverse racism, all kinds of gender comments. Anything you can think of was thrown at us. Inmates were not welcoming to us. In fact, a lot of the COs that we worked with, they weren't very receptive and welcoming either. Once you get done with the FTO program and the first time you're actually released, when you walk inside that pod and that door closes behind you, all them eyes turn and look at you, man, it's almost like you're an ant. And picture being an ant at a carnival and everyone's just walking around. Some people are glancing at you. Man, them inmates, they make you feel like the most tiniest thing in the world that you can be. And I can pretty much guarantee the first thing you're going to hear when you walk in, boss, get your bitch ass out of here. Get your hoe ass out of here. You get out of here. Just to see what you're going to do. Just to see if you'll turn around and leave. They don't want you in there. They're trying to do their business. They're trying to get over. They're either trying to make hooch, settle up on bets, pass kites, do some trafficking and trading, or they just hate some kind of government individual. And the CO is all of that, all rolled up into one. So they do that just to test you. The first things that the rookie CO can expect is to get tested by the inmates. They're going to yell, they're going to holler. Ones that are yelling and hollering, you don't nearly have to worry about them. You know what to expect. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. It's the ones that are going to try to buddy up, call you over, talk to you, get you close. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. That's the dangerous ones. That's the ones that are about to start running game. Not that day. Not the next day. Not even the next month. But it's going to happen. It's going to start. They got nothing but time. The majority of them ain't going nowhere. So what you can expect as the rookie CO, offender manipulation, it's going to start on the very first day. They're going to stare at you. They're going to watch every minute detail. Which hand do you carry the clipboard in? Which hand do you write with? Which foot do you start up the stairs? I'm right-handed. I'm left foot dominant. When I go up a staircase, I do it with my left foot. If I'm walking and I'm about to get to where the step is, where my right foot is closest to it, I'll actually do a half step and my left foot goes first. If I start up a staircase on my right foot or start going down on my right foot, it just feels absolutely weird. It would be like driving a car from the other side, like in a foreign country, over on the right side of the vehicle. They're going to watch that kind of stuff, and they'll use it for whatever they want to. You know, I can't say enough about offender manipulation, how dangerous it can be. Just they'll use every kind of little detail. As a rookie CO, you look fresh. Uniform, I'm wearing my nope, not today. It was a long week. I'm just in the mood to sit, chill, and talk to you guys. So don't hit me with it today, guys. You look fresh. You don't have that haggard look that a CO is going to have. The uniform looks brand new. It is brand new because you just got issued it. Name tag's not all scratched up. You could tell a lot of the senior COs by the name tag that they wore. If it looked all beat up and scratched up, it means they had been rolling around scuffling with some inmates. Or they done some fake ass shit, scrubbed it on the concrete, tried to make it look like it had been broken in. Don't do that. What's going to happen, I knew guys that had done this. They take their name tag, they rub it down on the concrete, make it look all scratched up, and try to claim like they had been in fights and scuffles. And the first week, starch hadn't even washed out of the uniform yet. It hadn't even got a fade yet on it. It's still brand new, gray, fresh. They try to pose like that. You hadn't developed a rapport yet with any of the other COs that you're working with. But the biggest thing about TDCJ is the turnover rate. New employees, you got the ones that don't even last a freaking day there. So a lot of the guys that have been there, and gals, that have been there for a couple of years, they're so used to seeing new COs cycle in and out, they won't even care what your name is. You're just a BAB, a bitch-ass boss. And that's what you're going to get called. I heard it for the first couple of months that I was there. More so from the COs that I worked with. You would think that they would try to bring you in, welcoming arms. Nope. You're the new guy or gal. You're the outsider. You got to set your own tone. You got to set your own pace. You got to get welcomed in by them. And the only way you can do that is by the tone that you set when you're working with them inmates. And it starts very early on. Are you officer friendly? Are you RoboCop? Are you the one who just doesn't seem to give a shit? Are you any of the other ones that I've listed before in previous videos? Check that out in the archives. Whole list of them. Whichever one you fit in, stick with it and stay the same. They teach in the academy, and it's very true. Firm, fair, consistent. It's what you need to be with the inmates. Be firm with them. Be fair. Give them what they're supposed to have. Be consistent. If you're going to be an asshole every day. If you're going to be the nice one, be nice every day. Don't come in with a bad attitude and try to get better during the day. Don't come in with a good attitude and let it deteriorate. Now that's going to happen. It's impossible for that to not happen, depending on the treatment as it is. But don't vary and vary. Good guy, bad guy, good guy. Inmates aren't going to know what to expect. They're going to hate you even more than they hate COs. And whatever partner you're going to be working with, they're not going to know what to expect. So they're going to shun you as well. I can't say enough about how difficult it is when you're a rookie. You're trying to get your feet in, you're trying to get your groove, you're trying to get the path set for you, and there's so many obstacles for it. There's just so much going on around. Once you get that tone set, it's not that bad, but it does take a while to get through that. And every little thing that the individual does is going to identify them as a rookie, and inmates are going to pick it out. When it's time for count, you're staring more down at the count sheet. You're nitpicking how the inmate shows the ID card or how you're doing the searches, and it can be intimidating. And they're going to try everything that they can to test you as a rookie. When it comes time for count, tell them to line up against the wall. They ain't going to do it. Nope. I'm going to tell them to get off the tiers. They're not going to do it. Just to see what you're going to do. Just to want to see how you're going to take charge of the situation. You ask them to see the ID. They'll show it to you. But they ain't going to make it easy. And you might have to make the inmate decide why you want to see his ID card so that you can get that proper count. I don't want to keep this video too terribly long, folks. I wanted to hit on some of the highlights about being rookie. It's very uncomfortable. It's very intimidating. It does pass. Once you've been in the unit for a couple of months, you had your first couple of use of forces, you got doshed on by somebody at some point, yeah, It sucks, but it's going to happen. It can be a rite of passage. It shows that you're ready to take on the job. Oh, one that I forgot. Biggest sign of the rookie CO. When we got issued our uniforms back then, there were 4 shirts. They were all long sleeve. You could have them altered to short sleeve. However, there was an unwritten rule. Unfortunately, I did it. If you had them shirts cut to short sleeve very early on at the unit, it showed a sign that you weren't going to be able to hack the heat, you weren't going to be able to take it, and you were trying to look for some kind of creature comforts. Man, them laundry guys, they would starch the out of those short sleeve uniforms. You'd get the uniforms back from laundry, and they'd have so much starch in them, it was like trying to wear cardboard on you. I think it was actually worse with the short sleeves than it was the long sleeves. Don't have those shirts. If it's still the same as it is, I don't know. Don't have those sleeves altered to short sleeves. Keep them long. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's a true sign of a rookie, one that wants short sleeves when they first walked into the uniform. I hope it's changed. I hope that's not really a thing anymore. I've seen pictures. The uniforms do look different. I don't know what they are right now. Back then, you had the classic long sleeve gray and you had the polo. You could get the polo early on, but it was really difficult. You kind of had to earn your way to it. So, everything's an earning process there in the penitentiary. Folks, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you got any other questions about anything, please let me know. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all in the next video. Carter's out.